So the Skitarii DLC for Darktide released last week, and I've been having an absolute blast levelling up the new class and mastering the new weapons they get to use. They allow for a surprising amount of variety compared to the other classes in the game, being able to fill a utility role very well with their assorted servo skulls that allow them to apply medicated down companions, remotely hack terminals, target elite enemies that are tagged, similar to the Arbitrae's Cybermastiff, and deploy a flamethrower drone in one of two modes. Their voltaic emitter ability gives them good crowd control capabilities with its AoE damage and stun, and the electrocution effect it applies, that can also be caused by standard melee attacks, features a number of entries on their skill tree that make it a very effective build option. They also have one of the most destructive, visceral abilities in the game in their Cord Claw, which can be used for both crowd control and headhunting elites, but more on that later. Of course, there are numerous character customization options available, ranging from augmented limbs to a suite of delightfully Warhammer outfits. There are 4 different colour sets available for the different tiers of cosmetics that you can unlock, which all tie in with the origin location you choose as part of the character creation process, which also allows for some rather pleasing mixing and matching. The penances, or challenges, associated with the new character are mostly very fun and engaging to undertake, and give you a good opportunity to try out the various archetype builds. However, I will note that this particular penance required 500 weapon malfunctions rather than 75 on release, which I'm very glad has now been lowered so no one else needs to share my suffering. The skill tree for the new class is one of the additions I'd like to talk about, as whilst the other classes in the game have their skills arranged in a traditional tree-like structure, with branching routes that have the player traversing them from top to bottom, the Skitarii has a cross-like layout, with the starting point being the centre. This permits a surprising amount of flexibility in builds, and with that we can now talk about the real point of this video, the claw. Oh my, the claw! This thing is the most fun I've had in Darktide in quite a while. When a corridor full of shotgunners or ragers pops up, rather than immediately breaking out in sweat as mild panic sets in, you just tap the ability button once or twice while sprinting directly at the threat, leaving a nice layer of jam behind you. It also works wonderfully as a crusher can opener, a demon host deleter, as well as being a fantastic little panic button that you can push should you just want to clear some space around you in a horde. All that comes just with taking the ability. However, the potential for nonsense rapidly increases when paired with this other skill. I mean, why wouldn't you want to use your ability 5 times instead of the standard 3? Forget grenades, I am the grenade. Whilst in the midst of one of many bouts of Cord Claw mania I experienced recently, I had a thought. With how the Skitarii skill tree is laid out, what's stopping me from going all in on the claw? Why do I need to have the utility abilities if the only utility I ever need to provide is mayhem? So I dropped all unnecessary utility skills and aimed to take as many of the melee focused skills as I could, alongside getting all of the capacitance and toughness regeneration options, and here are the results.